Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for staying with us at today's fireside chat. I hope you will be glad after this 30-minute discussion and our chat. And today we will talk about ethical approach, which City Warsaw Hall decided to take in working with generative AI. And in the beginning, I think it's really important to start with the distinction between traditional artificial intelligence and generative AI. Because as we know, artificial intelligence, it's usual for public administration, for cities, because it's actually based on data, structured data, which is used in public safety, optimizing specific process, traffic management. But when it comes to generative AI in public sector, public administration, we talk about creating things, creating images, texts, maybe some recommendation about creating public policy. As was mentioned in the beginning, I work in PFR for Cities program. So on a daily basis, I support Polish municipalities in implementing innovation in that process of digital transition. That's how I met Michał and Dorota from Cities of Warsaw, because we try to share these best practices. And that's why Warsaw have done actually is a good practice, which we try to share not only with different cities, but also with different organizations, because this approach is crucial for the safe future and responsible future. So if we talk about that shift, I would like to just quickly sum up that it appears also ethical challenges. Because how can we ensure transparency, fairness, accountability in AI-driven public administration? And what is worth to also notice that Warsaw started their work with these documents, which we will describe further, before even national level regulations and recommendation. So definitely we can say about the leader, Warsaw as leader. So I think it's really exciting that Michał is here with me because he is the coordinator of these guidelines, Warsaw guidelines for responsible use of generative artificial intelligence in the Warsaw City Hall, the first municipal ethical framework for Gen AI in Europe. So I think that's insightful discussion ahead, and let's start. So Warsaw, as I mentioned, is a leader not only for Polish cities, but has this access to exchange knowledge at this European level. That's why I would start with the question, what role for itself has the city of Warsaw decided to take in this international AI race?
Thank you. I think you're right, there is really a race in the technology economic departments and working companies about how AI changes and what we can do with AI and generative AI. I think that the role of the municipalities are different, and we shouldn't be part of the race. We should give the good position to every company, startups, and people to really appreciate all of the new technology they can use. But I think our approach, so ethic first, is crucial in this sector because we really have to do all of this be faithful with our values, with our trust. We do everything for citizens and for companies that are our partners. So it's important for us that we don't do just because we want to be first. We want to be, I don't know, have the greatest, tools, but we have to always have in common the goodness of the people that we work with. So we want to be like this point that you can, if you're looking for a point how to start with AI, I think look on the Warsaw and how we started from the ethics, from the background, because I think some may say that we took a step back with all of this ethics before even implementing any generative AI tools, but I think it's the only approach that really can help us make the tools really good and really for people, not just for technology.
Yeah, from the beginning you indicated the role of ethical approach, and is an ethical approach to AI expensive?
Yeah, it's quite a common question. I think the most important question is, can we afford not be ethical with AI? Because, yeah, it seems that we have to spend more time on it, we have to pay the people, but actually when we really prepare the good backgrounds on the AI, we create the right team, we really understand how we would like to use these tools, how we would like to implement it in our work, we'll be better prepared for the next tools, because then probably we don't have just one, I don't know, ChatGPT or something like this. We probably have specialized tools for different purposes. So it's so if we have really work on it, how we would like to do it, how we like to use it. What is important, our document is more of manifesto, or what is important for us. As you say, we start before the regulation from the country. Actually, we started in May last year, so it was even before the AI Act. So we were aware of it, but we really would want to be prepared for it, because we know when they come, it will be not much time to really prepare for it and adapt to it. I think we have like the strong fundament now that we are ready for it, and we can really be sure that we do it in the name of people who we work for.
Yeah, I would like to develop this topic that you started to work before national level regulation even appeared on the market, or even AI Act. So what affected the city to act so quickly?
I think, after the ChatGPT and all of these tools just became so popular that we can have like in our pockets, in our phones, like I got like free in my phone, different tools. So we know that it's quite soon it will be in our workflow, and we have to be prepared for it. And we don't have time to wait for the regulation, because there's it's not the easy subject, so it takes time. And as a Warsaw, we have our documents, we have like our strategy, we have program generative innovation, which I coordinate also. So I know that we have this foundation to work on it. We also have European Union documents like Trustworthy AI, what was our main guidelines when we work on it, but also AI Act. So we know that this document will be there, and probably when they came, it will take time for us also to adapt to it. So if we prepared ourselves, that we will can faster adapt and help our colleagues in the city hall really work with these tools, and also be prepared so we can check what was the part of their work they need to use the AI. What is important when you're using AI, it takes much more energy. So it's not so we have to have a good reason to use AI, because otherwise we can just spend a lot of energy that is not worth it.
I know that in addition to our discussion about ethical and responsible approach to use generative AI in public administration, we have some good news to share.
Yeah, that's true. Today we decided to premiere our guidelines in English. So from today you can download. I hope now I can ask the people from the tech help to show our slide with the titles and the QR code, so everybody can...
Yeah, we have it behind us.
So when you scan it, it's the web page created just for you. I do it yesterday, so you can find there both documents. So the big one, what is the our main guidelines, but also the Warsaw General Code that we probably talk about later. So you're the first one who can see the English version. It's important for us because, yeah, as you say, we would like to work with people in Poland, in Warsaw, with company startup, but also we would like to work in others European countries, because I think that only together we can really make it strong and really good for all of us.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you scan this QR code, two documents will be available for you. The first one is Guidelines for Responsible Use of Generative Artificial Intelligence in the Warsaw City Hall, and the second, Warsaw Gen AI Code. You can get to know with this document after our discussion, but I would ask Michał right now for, I think, three the most important recommendations, assumptions from these documents, which you would like to share.
Okay, maybe I just tell that we have two documents. The first one is just the longer version. It's more for the workers who work in the city. It's like 27 pages. So we thought that probably when you're a citizen or a business and just want to check how Warsaw use generative AI, you don't want to read so much. And so we make the shortcut. Like this 4 main points. This is why it's Warsaw Gen AI Code. But the main documents have like the 7 K principles, and it's actually quite hard to choose just 3. I think the most important and the first one is that Gen AI should support us, not replace us. It gives that for all of employees that we know that we'll not be replaced by AI, so it's like a good news. But also for the citizens, that if they're afraid that they will talk only to bots and robots, there is never come. We think about that sometimes we can use robots or bots to help in the first procedure or filling up the documents, stuff like this. But we never want to cut the interaction, human-human interaction, both in the office, so with our colleagues, but also with citizens. Actually, we hope that we will have more time that we can spend with citizens, because we don't have to fill all of these gaps that we have to do as a municipality. The second one is, I think, like the one that everybody talked about, is data, and it's quite crucial that we will use only safe tools and be very aware of the data, and both of the data who we put in the model of the generative AI, but also the output of it, because if we don't be cautious about it, you can find some information that could be also important, and we have to guard that. And I think that what is important, why these documents are and why we are talking about it in Polish, English, and so on, it's transparency. I think it's crucial to people know that we will use generative AI in the city of Warsaw. We are not using it right now. We have some experiments, but we are not using it now, but we will do it. And I think people should know how we will do it. So, because I think the trust that we build with the citizens of Warsaw, but also for our partners, academic, business, startups, it's very important that we are clear with them. At the beginning, we thought that every message should be like, if AI help us, I don't know, with emails, that we should have this described. Yeah, this email was co-created with AI, but we have like workshop with citizens, and they say they don't care. We can, if we are using Word, Excel, something like this, we can use it, but still about responsibility. So we are making the decision, not the machine making the decision. But we think that all of the creative artists and so on we have to be honest with them. So every art that are co-created with generative AI will be always described as co-created with Gen AI in all the pages and so on in the city.
Yeah, thank you for this brief summary of these two documents. But right now, let's move on to these operational issues, because we can say that creation of these two documents definitely was project work. So you had project team, you engaged different stakeholders. So could you please tell more about this project more, and is that project characterized by specific attitude?
So the project was quite amazing, actually. I was there from the beginning. It was a lot of work, and it was something completely new for all of us. But I think what was the most amazing is our cross-department team. We involve people from 8 different departments in the city of Warsaw, so we have like different perspective. But it's not like that we are only using, I don't know, a IT team, but also the law department, but the human resources and so on. and so forth. So we have like the wide view of all of the aspects. And also we invite partners. We have SWPS University, we have EGO Evaluation and Center of Ethics of Technology at the Humanities Institute. So with these partners, it was much easier for us to work because we have our knowledge from work with all of the city, but we need somebody to guide us because our knowledge about generative AI was different. So we have to take some courses of the tools of generative AI, about the law, about the ethics. So then we can work together about it. So we make like a few brainstorm when we try to find the few situations, different departments, what they really can do in the specific, really small thing, like all of this risk management, because there are so many points when Gen AI have to be care of, because we can do something wrong and something harmful for somebody. So we start from bottom to the more wide level to see the spectrum of all of the things that can happen with the AI. Then we have a few workshops with specialists from EGO Evaluation to really make it work and co-create the first document. It was just I say first document because it changed a lot. We then consulted with experts. We consulted with people who work in the city who will use this document. So we have like 5 or 6 different versions of this document. When we finally can show you our last one, it's what is important. It's like with LLM. I think it's the worst document that you ever see because we want to have a living document, so it will change. So I think every like half year or even more often we will change. We actualize the document based on the technology, but also based on the people and understanding of the AI technology. So we would like to be still on top of it and really understand what we are doing. So it's not that we are just do it and just put it somewhere. So I think it's crucial. Then we also created this short version for citizens. So we also have to meet with citizens and ask about how they would like to use it. And they give us a lot of things that we have to think and change our document. But what was the great experience of this was, I remember, because the first name of this document was just Gen AI code, but one of the citizens just say that why not Warsaw? We think we need Warsaw Gen AI code because if we are first, it should be Warsaw Gen AI code. So I thought that they are proud of it. So it was really a good feeling to know that people really care about it.
Yeah, there is a good point that citizens and inhabitants of Warsaw are aware how you work with Gen AI, and that they want to participate in that work. So, chapeau bas for you. And let's come to that dark side of work, because I need to ask about challenges which appear or may appear in the near future in the context of implementing GenAI, because we know that these documents are your preparation for implementing GenAI in public administration, especially in City Hall. But what about the future and challenges?
Actually, I think it will be a lot of challenges when we really. I think this is also the plus of all of this, our work, because now we know all of the challenges and we know this will not be that easy as we thought it will be. Of course, the main is the data and all of the biases, because the tools are amazing, but we still don't know how the tools were trained. So we have really to check it, because we don't want to bias any group of citizens or our partners that we work with to be influenced by that. Also, we really would like to do it with transparent way. So we developed this tool. We call it like a diary, because we want that every employee who will use the generative AI will write down. Of course, I hope to be automatical, but write down how he do it, what prompts, what instruction he or she is used, because we want to have this way back on how it works, how it's go and to really understand this process. And of course, technical infrastructure. It's not that also that easy. You have to really invest or buy some cloud space, but also we have all of this European regulation about safety, data safety. So yeah, there is a lot, and also what is important, it's changed like all the time. So we have to learn and learn to understand, because half a year ago it was a little bit different than it is now. I remember when we learned all of the prompts. Now we have to learn from the beginning actually, because with all of these new models. So yeah, we see a lot of challenges, but I think if we do a small step, a small project, we can really make it.
Yeah, and come back to this topic of engaging residents, because I'm really curious, in the perspective of resident, if implementation of these standards will change something?
On one hand, we hope that would not change that much in the contact with the city employee, because we hope that we will have more time for the citizens, and they don't have to. So the filling the forms and preparing for the meeting will be much easier, and then we can spend more time with citizens. We even have this project on the Bloomberg Mayor's Challenge. I hope we get it. We're still waiting for the result, but we want to create the AI agent who will help the city employment office. So all the people who go there, it's not an easy to decide that, yeah, I need that help. To be really well prepared for the first visit. We think, on the one hand, just to make more confident, but also, they come people with different languages, different disabilities, neurodiversity. So we would like really to all of the people feel that they're comfortable about the visit, and that they can pass through the hardest way, like all of these documents and preparation, and then spend more time with consultants in the employment office, because they are great people, but they have time like doctors, because they have all of like 15 minutes, because they have to help with all of these documents. So I hope this will be like the big one if we got it. We also have some smaller projects, like in the senior center information. They're testing this AI, which will find the information there in the database, but also from all of the pages from the city, to find the best information to the senior information center. So it's not for the seniors. Seniors just can still come, ask the people, call the assistant, but then the AI, all of the people who work in the center can use AI to look for the information faster, and really information that are needed for the person who are looking for. So I hope that we will have more time for citizens and less time for boring stuff.
Yeah, and it's amazing that you can already share some insights about using Gen AI and testing specific tools in city organizations, actually. And what about cities' plans for using artificial intelligence in daily processes, generative artificial intelligence? And actually, I ask that question because I know there are a lot of startups, innovators among us. And is there space for collaboration with innovators and startups?
Of course, it's always a space, but it's important. We are very open for innovative approach. What is important, you have to be, you have to know the guidelines, and you have to focus on human-centered design. But actually, we have already programs like Warsaw Booster, who is a great acceleration program for startups. And I think like last year or 2 years, we have like 40% of startups who participate in this program were using AI. And what is important, the main challenges in the Warsaw Booster are from the city. So they really open the doors to cooperate with the city, with your ideas. And we find amazing people who really work and can collaborate. Even if it's, just the testing or proof of concept, I think it really gives us this knowledge and information how we can change. So yeah, if you want to know more, go to the Warsaw stand. You can get more information about Warsaw Booster. But also we have other tools like public-private partnership. It's like for the bigger company, you can really work together with the city. And with this kind of manifesto, we are now more ready for all of the AI and generative AI ideas, how to make the city better. So I think it gives all of us like this good starting point to work together on it.
Yeah, that's a good beginning, I think, and I encourage you to visit Warsaw stand, I think tomorrow, because tomorrow is all day for insightful discussion. And we are coming to an end of our discussion, so I would like to ask, do you have any universal advice for organization who are planning to implement Gen AI tool?
I think there's a few. What it's always good when city do something, it's always open source, so you can use our guidelines as the base of your guidelines. And what is important, I think you should really don't cut off ethics from your work. If you really implement it, but not just buy the EPIC standard that somebody write you an EPIC standard, you can just get a stamp and put it on the wall, but really create a team with people from your work so they really understand why you're doing it. I think it's also important to be that during the work the vision and the mission of our company is accomplished with this AI standard, because can help and make implementation easier later on. So also the people who you work for or your clients also should know that you do something like this, because they also can give you a really good input what's important for them. So don't forget about it. And I think that starting small, like with this our small AI tool, it's the best way, because then you can really see how it's work and make it bigger later on, but you can make it in a more safe environment. And also, I think I really believe that making it more ethical and think about our values when we are using the AI, it's really crucial. Even if we are not a company or a city, but if when we are using AI in this way, we create the better AI for our all, because AI is still learning. It's learning out what we put in there. So put a good thing and we will get a good AI.
Thank you very much for this summary, Michał. I think that for profit-driven organization, this attitude of responsible and ethical approach to generative AI can be quite surprising. But I think that when we put human in the center, as you mentioned, it will be profitable for all of us, especially when we talk about public administration. So thank you very much for our chat, our discussion, and I hope that people from audience will be able to use our guidelines and use it in a good way. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.